Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Capes and Lunatics YouTube exclusive video. That's right. If you're seeing this, you subscribe to our YouTube or you just stumbled across it on the internet. So go,
Clickbait!
go to YouTube right now and subscribe to the Capes and Lunatics channel, or your computer will be infected with malware. I don't know. Subscribe and comment below how great we are.
And don't forget to smash the bell!
Ding ding! Cha-ching. Alright, for those of you who have just stumbled across this randomly, my name is Phil Parrish, and ladies sitting
Lilith Hellfire.
That's right.
Hold on. Okay, what were we saying?
I don't know. You were doing your drum solo.
Walking Dead number 175, you say?
That's right. Just came out today as we recorded this. New World Order Part 1.
Did you get the Easter eggs on the cover? I have to warn you, I don't know if you know this about me, Phil. I am an obsessive compulsive when it comes to The Walking Dead. So, like, I am a huge fan of, like, all the little Easter eggs they leave for us and stuff like that. So I just have to get them out of the way, or I'm gonna burst out of my shell.
I don't know if I get the Easter eggs, and it's just the fact that they look like stormtroopers.
The issues cover is an homage to issue 25's cover.
Okay.
This is only like the second cover to have the Walking Dead title in the middle of the cover, and this cover also bears a weird similarity to the cover of Volume 17, Something to Fear. Yes, I am the Walking Dead nerd when it comes to the comic book, not the TV show.
Like I was telling you, I've read the first, 96 issues or so in omnibus form, so yeah, if it's before, issue 97 or so, I'm not too familiar. I don't know if I've seen the covers or...
Oh, yeah. Have them all neatly cataloged in my computer.
And so, so for people who aren't familiar, I started watching the show, and then around season 2, I think, my wife got me the first 2 omnibuses. I started collecting from there. So, as Lilith said, I'm tainted by seeing the TV show first. But meanwhile, you haven't watched a lot of the show, have you? Like, you watched.
I tried to watch the pilot. I tried to watch when Michonne was introduced. I tried to get through the Negan. I really did. Like, I just kept fast forwarding. Like, oh my god, just give me the JD. Like, that's all I was there for. Like, I'm just gonna be serious.
Well, like Kevin Smith said,
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is my everything.
Like Kevin Smith said, so, he chews the scenery as Negan, and his dialogue takes
chews it, and spits it out.
does that little dip every time to emphasize his point. Well, Rick.
Wouldn't make a bad Batman. Is all that I'm saying.
Flashpoint movie.
Exactly.
I want that. But anyway,
New World Order.
So easy.
That's the start of the arc.
So easily, you are a bigger fan of the comic than the TV show. Yes.
The TV show just goes on and on. It's like this has a wash, rinse, repeat formula, but I feel like we're more invested in the character development in the comic book than anything that I've heard about the TV show.
I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know. You just have to be there for every episode. That's what I talk.
Even the Walking Dead fans kind of say the same thing. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those shows. It's hard to jump in, in the middle. You have to have been there.
I mean, I've been here from the beginning for the comic book. I don't think I could ever watch all of the Walking Dead seasons. Like, I tried. I just, I love zombies on top of that. So it's just they're the Walking Dead. It's not really about the zombies like in other shows. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Z Nation is my favorite zombie show of all time. What up, DJ Qualls? Supernatural. Hello. See, I always have to work that Supernatural in there. Sorry.
Alright, so what did you think of 175?
The feels. shambles. That is the only phrase that I can give to you. I love the ending of this book.
I know.
We'll get to it.
The ending. I mean,
but just that journey.
My wife doesn't even read the comics, but she watches the TV show with me every episode. So I'm even gonna show her the last page and be like, look.
Yeah, that whole build up to that moment, it was just such a great journey. We've been working towards this since issue 151 basically is when they met Stephanie, the voice, and so we just kind of been 23 issues later, here we are, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just really excited.
And we got the Princess of Pittsburgh.
Love it.
Oh my god, that's your cosplay.
I like that we have like the potential of this 50,000 strong citadel, and they have this arena, and it seems really normal, so you know something's gonna go down. Everybody, the soldiers kind of seem off. Their tour guide seems kind of off.
I mean, there was a menacing tone to it, but doesn't it even seem like too good to be true? That it's like they have all these numbers, they have like all these armored guards and stuff, and
you know there's a cannibal right around the corner. You know this.
Something, yeah. Or they're like the Whisperers, and they're like
Soylent Green.
They're killing people and wearing their flesh. Something.
You know, and this potential that I don't know, like it feels really good. Like they even touch on Alexandria, so we have this whole sprawling story with different places and locations and stuff. So I really like that too.
Mm-hmm.
That we're kind of throwing that into the mix.
But once they showed that wall or that board or whatever you want to call it, I knew something was going to be up there.
Yeah. Wall of the missing. And the faded pictures are the saddest. I do agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just something. I just love the way that they write, especially when it's the creator that comes back in and does his magic.
Robert Kirkman.
Yep. So I'm not really crazy about Samuels or Lance Hornsby, but we're not supposed to be, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, suspense. Are these people going to end up being good, or are we going to have another all-out war with them? Or
yeah, I did catch a goof in here though. Well, Lance's hair was parted on the left, but then in a couple of panels was parted. Like I'm obsessive about this comic book. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but is he just like Bieber in it and like pushing it to one side or the other?
Dude, like when you part your hair as a woman anyway, when you part your hair on the different side, it's weird. It takes an adjustment period.
So why are you so obsessive with The Walking Dead over
I love zombies.
Else? I know. I'm not saying
it's just so well written, and I feel like every issue is like a bottle issue almost, where we get all this character development. Like I don't need a lot of action. Like I read other comic books for action, but I really like the character studies in this particular series.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it very fascinating. And they do kind of that apocalyptic vibe way better than anything that I've even seen on TV right now. So.
Oh yeah. So who are some of your favorite characters? Because we never really talked about the Walking Dead comic.
Of course, I love Princess. Of course. I love Michonne, of course. Mm-hmm. You know what? I like everybody, but for a different reason, kind of equally. Mm-hmm. I don't think that the mix would be the same if any of the character dynamics were off. Like everybody, like how you read some stories and you're like, ugh, we could do without this person. I don't ever feel like that reading a Walking Dead issue. And when I feel the losses very deeply when we do lose somebody in the Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. But because it's not like the other ones, they're not going to reboot and bring that person back.
Yeah. Do you think?
So
I don't know. Do you think maybe Kirkman doesn't know what to do with Rick anymore? Because I think he's even said he regrets chopping his hand off so early.
Yeah. See, and I guess that I do know that a lot of my show friends that also read the comic book say that show Rick is better than comic book Rick.
Mm-hmm. Coral.
God. I think the only Walking Dead meme I know is Don't Dead Open Inside. I think that's the only Walking Dead meme I know.
Okay. Yeah, that's from from the first episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
But how did I mean we're getting on kind of off this issue, but how did were you like devastated with the death of Andrea?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Every single loss, it takes you on a roller coaster because you're so invested.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you do actually have to have loss that means something in a
Oh
story,
yeah.
especially. I mean, whether you're Superman or Batman and you've been going for 1,000 issues, or you've been only going for 100 issues. I think that this at this point we're at 175, easily 200. We can go 200 just off the steam of this whole
Mm-hmm.
Commonwealth idea. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people didn't think that this story had what it takes to make it this far. So I just appreciate the subtle nuances and things that he does to really create the fan community for the comic book is really great. I don't know if you schmooze around on the forums or not.
Not a lot, but no, like I don't know if you were watching that secret history of comics or that was on
No, I haven't gotten
AMC.
around to it.
Well, there on the there's a whole episode on Image Comics, and like towards the end they talk about Kirkman, and he pitched the Walking Dead book, and like one of the guys at Image was like, he's like, really, zombies? That really doesn't sell, and basically. How Kirkman got this published? He had to lie to them. He's like, oh no, you know where the zombies come from? Aliens. And so they published it, and then like after the first couple issues, the guy's like, I don't see any aliens, and he's like,
They're
okay,
coming.
just go ahead, just go ahead.
That's the plot twist at the end of the series. The aliens come down
But I mean,
and they save everybody.
just all the success he had with the book and the TV show, and like, almost didn't get published.
Well, that's true with a lot of things, especially when it comes to the comic book industry.
Hmm.
Suits think they know better
Oh
than
yeah.
the general public, but you have to like put your money where your mouth is and let the market decide. And that's what I love about Image. It has given, which when we talk about Spawn,
Hmm.
I can't wait to talk about that. Like just the history of how that came about. It just impacted the whole industry in just such a really fascinating way.
Hmm.
It just independent comics, man. It just because you can only read so many Batmans and Spider-Mans.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like I loved Andrea in this book. Though, like in the show, they killed her off by like was it the third season, like third or fourth season?
Is that who Lauren Conrad played? The
No,
girl that plays uh, Martha Wayne?
no. She's still on there. She plays Maggie.
Oh, okay, she's still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no.
Supernatural alum too, in case you didn't know.
I forget the name of the actress who played Andrea, but yeah, they killed her off in the third or fourth season. You know who Rick's with?
Is that the girl from Lost? No, I don't see. Like, I don't
Uh,
watch it, but I kind of like vaguely on the
yeah.
periphery.
See, like I said, it's been a couple. It's been like 4 or 5 years. So,
Yeah,
but
they have a great cast.
yeah, and you know who Rick's with in the show, right?
Michonne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read an article about it on Black Nerd Girls. They made a really big deal about it. Like, I get it, but
It's,
I
and
just
she's gonna
I
be,
don't know. Like, as a person that doesn't watch the show, I'm just like, okay.
and she's gonna be a Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say that I did watch the episode that she showed up in The Walking Dead, and I was slightly less bored than any of the other episodes.
Oh,
Slightly, because she had the zombies on the chain. So I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, she's. I mean,
And I
it's for.
actually have her action figure that I found at No, it was Walgreens.
Oh yeah. Because I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
say, I mean, this. I mean, the show's worth it for her. I mean, she kicks ass with those katanas.
I was just like, God, this is gonna sound terrible, but like, I figured she was a black female character, so she would get like kind of to the side. So I just wasn't that invested. I just wanted to see her introduction, I
Yeah,
guess. But I'm
no.
glad that she stuck around this long.
Oh no, they play her as a badass. Oh no.
So they play her just kind of closely to the comics, or
Um, in
we're
the
meaning like she's a later, she's BAMF, and she doesn't take
I
poop
mean,
from anybody.
probably more in the beginning. She was like more standoffish, but now she's like she has like more relationships with the people. Like she has like she had like a big friendship going with Carl, and well, of course now she's dating his dad. Of course, kind of more like the mother figure, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, there'd be funny things. You know, they're on the road and they're like arguing over who gets the last candy bar or something, or her and Carl.
Oh, okay.
Coral.
I don't know. It's just something about the pot. Like, I even tried to get into the Fear the Walking Dead. Like, I
Oh,
just
don't,
couldn't do it.
don't.
It's going on its fourth season. Somebody likes it, Philip.
I know. I don't know who though.
That's what I say about The Walking Dead. I'm like, how is this the highest rated show? Like, I don't understand.
It's good.
I mean, next to Game of Thrones. Like,
you can't like dip in and out of Walking Dead though.
see, that's what I don't get, because a lot of people don't have time for serialized storytelling. They just
I know.
don't. Especially outside of comic books.
But I mean, they do pretty good. I mean, it's like 16 episode seasons, and they usually don't take a break. It's like 8. They take a break for like Christmas, and then like do like come back like the end of February. They do the other 8, and that's it. They only take like one break in the season, yeah.
I'll tell you what, their merch is awesome though.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of their merch just because I'm like, no, I read the comic, like I don't watch.
Well, that's the McFarlane toys, right?
I have to look. I don't actually think the ones from Walgreens and Walmart are they?
I don't know.
I feel like they're from like, not, I wouldn't say Hasbro or something like that, but like, no shade, McFarlane toys tend to be kind of crappy.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
like whoever they use for their manufacturer is not the best, and these seem to be really well put together.
yeah, I mean,
So I have
actually,
to go double check.
yeah, I want to get some. I don't think I really have any Walking Dead merchandise.
Walgreens is where I find all the good ones, just to be honest. Like, I was astounded. I was like, really? Walgreens?
I think they might even have some at, I'm trying to remember, we might have seen some at Toys R Us, maybe?
I know they have them at Walmart, because it's always in the damn,
Mm-hmm.
what do they call it? The impulse aisle. Every time my boyfriend's like, ooh, and I'm like, put it down. I can't afford it right now. Put it down. But yeah, I'm really impressed that the Walking Dead TV show has lasted this long. And I'm even more impressed that the actual comic book has lasted this long.
You think the
That I
comic
haven't been bored with it.
Yeah, you think the comic will outlast the TV show?
I hope it does, but in this age that we are in, I don't think that it will. I hope that it will, but I don't know. It's tough to say. The industry's starting to again. So
Yeah. But yeah, because the show's on season 8, and everyone's like, "Oh, maybe it'll get 1 or 2 more seasons." I'm like, they'll go longer as long as that
they'll go as long as the actors don't ask for more money. Like, as long as because at 7 you get that bump, and then you have, as an actor, you have a little bit more power.
Well, that's why I wonder if they start killing off more original people.
Isn't Carl Kaputz?
Well, it looks like he got bit on the mid-season finale. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that was all smoke and mirrors from the dad of the actor, but
so basically, I'm trying to remember.
That's breach of contract almost.
I mean, the only ones left from season 1 are like Rick, Carol, and Daryl, I think.
Daryl's still there. I mean, he's a lovely guy. I've met him at Walker Stalker Cons, the guy that plays Daryl. But
people.
I don't know. That character seems. Well, of course they do. I mean, Trump's president. Just saying, Duck Dynasty's a thing. Of course they love Daryl. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, he's kind of like,
Has he had some character growth since that first episode?
Oh, since the first season? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because some characters, they have stagnated. Let's not pretend.
I mean, people were shipping him and Carol for a while, but now I think Carol might be all high for Ezekiel now. I'm not sure.
Hot for Ezekiel, said the Amish girl. But no, this issue, I just can't get over it. 175, that's a huge milestone. I can't wait to reach 200 and hopefully 500.
We needed, yeah, I mean, it's 175.
That's the number that I think that he should shoot for.
What, 500?
And, yeah. And if you still have the steam to go after 500 for 500 more, do it. But, you know what I mean? Like, you should end on a happy note.
Well, I think he kind of, I don't know if it's just the feeling or if he knows when to get out.
I think he's 250, to be honest.
Yeah, because I mean,
that's a good number.
I think this month is the last issue of Invincible, which we should review that series.
Oh, absolutely.
When that last omnibus comes out, because I got the first 2. I think there's just enough for one more omnibus.
Just, of course, that's how you do it.
Because it ended on a weird number. It's like was it 144 or something?
That's a nice, perfectly square number, Philip.
So I don't think. Well, I was gonna say I think he knows when to get out. He's like he doesn't like milk it, but I don't know. With the TV show as big as it is, do you think they're
So
like,
yeah, he
oh,
could go back and do the stuff for the TV show. Like he could just end the
that's
actual.
true. But yeah, I mean, do you think the TV people want the comic book there too? Just sort of like,
Why they? From everything that I've heard from people that do both, they've kind of butchered everything a
I
little bit.
mean, they kind of pull from it, but I mean,
It's not as bad as Arrow, from everything that I understand as an adaptation goes.
it's like well, I mean, they kind of pull. You might get a character. Might get this a death from the comic, but it's a different character, or it might happen later on the timeline. I mean, they killed Glenn just like they did in 100.
I mean, there's nothing as egregious as having a black Connor Hawk. I'm just saying, right? There's like I haven't heard any out backlash like something on that level.
I
That's how I kind of judge things is by the Arrowverse's adaptation. It's just like that. It's not that egregious. Calm down.
Oh, people, don't listen to her. She acts all cool, like she's all above Arrow, but meanwhile she's buying pins and stuff. And
I mean, the Arrowverse is a cool universe if you don't like logic and don't mind huge gaping potholes to fall into.
well, look where we're at in our country today.
Philip, we both can't say that. Anyway, A+ for me definitely for this issue. I can't even pick a favorite page. I think that's why I really like it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the story was great, but I mean, there really wasn't a ton of action because I mean, they're basically at gunpoint from the beginning of the
There was
episode.
that one zombie fight with the soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And who's he making that a note to, by the way? He's always saying, I'll make a note of that.
Keep it in the chronicle. But yeah, I mean, whether you've been reading this book for a long time or even if you're just like a fan of the TV show, I would say pick up
I
this.
think this is a great arc to get into, actually, because they're in the
It's a
Commonwealth.
it's a good starting point, and if like even if you're just a fan of the TV show, that last page it's gonna reel you in.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
think maybe that was his whole thing? He's like, hey, how can I sell more things? People that only watch the TV show? Give them a little backstory on one of the fan
Maybe,
favorites.
or it's like fleshing out a character's backstory. You know,
Everything's for the ka-ching. I don't. That's how I'm cynical now. I'm over the age of
yeah. But I was gonna say
not naivete.
I don't want to spoil it, but it's just like even if you're just a fan of the TV show, you're gonna look at that last page, you're gonna be like, oh my god, has a
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's all we can really say without spoiling it too much.
That's true. All right. So, get out of here.
Yeah. Give us some shameless plugs. Come
All right.
on.
Well, if you've been liking our YouTube exclusive stuff, write in capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Hit up the voicemail 614-382-2737. Your thoughts on Walking Dead coming sometime later this month. Charlie Esser and I will review the Superior Spider-Man series with Charlie's favorite version of Spider-Man.
Surprise, surprise.
And February, Lilith Hellfire and I will go back in time and review Spawn #1.
Because what's more 90s than Spawn?
Shh.
Maybe Deadpool.
And also in February, Charlie Esser and I will do our part 2 of Superior Spider-Man team up.
So DC is kind of lacking, and I'm like, as much as I'm not like on a DC kick, so
Name it.
all right. Let me think about somebody that's neglected. Maybe we'll do Cyborg for February because he's black.
Why we're doing Spawn in February?
I know. I'm just saying
black?
for the DC side.
I know, but
or we can do Vixen.
How are we lacking DC? We did our very first episode was Nightwing. She begged me, people. She said, "Please, can we review Nightwing?"
Well, I mean, it was an epic moment for Nightwing.
I know.
So yeah, you can just follow me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire if you're into the Gifted. If you're gonna be tweeting Black Lightning, I'm like really curious to see this show. I've heard good things about the first 2 episodes from reviewers. I love the showrunners, so I'm hopeful. And it's not connected to the Arrowverse. Boom. Yet, being the prefaces for that. So for everything else, you can follow me at Adventures in FG, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And please do check out SouthgateMediaGroup.com. Click on the affiliate links because bandwidth ain't cheap.
2 H's in the middle for hey girl. Get a hold of me, NightwingPDP at gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at NightwingPDP. Hey, if there's a specific issue of a comic or a comic book series you want us to review,
we were supposed to be doing Watchmen, Phil. Just as a hey to the whole Capes and Lunatics crew.
When are we gonna do it? You said let's wait till. Didn't you say closer to the TV series?
Or? Yeah, it's almost time, guys.
Oh, when is it?
It's late this year.
Okay.
So
I don't know
gotta get on that.
I don't know if I want to do that for YouTube exclusive or put that up on the podcast also. That's right, we have a podcast. So if you stumbled across this, go to your favorite podcatcher.
I'm sure the link's in the description.
Oh, yes.
So?
Well, the link to our merchandise is in there. That's right. We have
that created a monster.
That's right. All right. So is that it?
Wait, hold on. I have to put you on the spot. When are you going to design my Fight Me Nerd t-shirt? Talk about it.
Gonna send me some pictures, because finding pictures of you is harder than you can find someone in witness protection easier than you can find a picture of you online.
It's because I'm a private person, Philip.
All I need is a couple headshots, maybe a happy face, an angry face.
All I have are angry faces.
That's not true. I've seen you read an Archie.
An old Archie, not a new Archie.
Oh, you're down on them now, too. That's right, everyone. If you want to debate comics with Lil Hellfire, she'll fight you, nerds.
I really will.
What do you think's better, fight me nerds or fight the internet?
No, fight me nerds, because we're all nerds.
Bring it on, nerds.